I was always tired, but not the kind of tired a nap could fix. This was deep, bone heavy, can't catch your breath tired. Even as a little girl, my body was in survival mode, and I didn't know it, but my nervous system was under attack. See, this is when fatigue isn't laziness, it's trauma. The kind of exhaustion that comes from hypervigilance, from always being on guard, from always scanning your environment for danger. Here's how early trauma, showed up in my body. I had constant stomach aches with no medical reason. My shoulders stayed tight, even in sleep. I couldn't sit still or relax fully, even as a child. I had racing thoughts and a racing heart rate, a racing heartbeat, even in safe spaces. I would sleep for hours and still wake up tired. Doctors dismissed me, but my body was speaking the truth. My body was on alert all the time because it never knew peace. I wasn't lazy, I was traumatized. Matthew 11:28, it says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Rest is your birthright, but trauma can disconnect you from the truth. Here's some lessons from the trauma-informed girl. The trauma-informed girl thought her exhaustion was her fault. She thought she wasn't strong enough, spiritually enough, disciplined enough. But what she really needed was a nervous system repair, not shame. Once I learned how trauma lived in my body, I stopped blaming myself for being tired. I started listening to my body's signals, and I started responding with compassion instead of condemnation. So, our spiritual reflection today comes from one of my favorite Psalms, and one Psalm that my mom had us to remember and memorize as we were growing up. It's Psalms 23. It says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pasture. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." God doesn't just save your soul, he restores your nervous system too. He doesn't rush to your recovery or rush your healing. He walks you gently towards recovery. And part of that recovery is learning to rest without guilt. Now, today, I want you to ask yourself, is my body still tired from trauma that it never processed? What would change if I treated my exhaustion as evidence and not weakness? If this resonates with you, click the subscribe button. Stay tuned in and explore with me the first steps to releasing long-held tension and restore energy. I want to leave you with this word of encouragement. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You are responding to things your mind could not process, but your spirit is now ready to release it. Remember, we are recovering one breath at a time. Give yourself grace and stay fearless. Bye for now.